Okay, so first technique, and lesson 8, HELIO'S lesson 8, is the gun defense from the front waistband, right? Not the side. We know the side is something else, right? So this is the front, exactly like Charlie has it. And the movement looks like this as he grabs. Okay. So what's happening here is that before the opponent can pull, thank you, the gun from the waistband, I'm going to block his withdrawal with one hand and then hold the arm behind the elbow with the second. Okay? So as soon as he touches and he's looking to draw, I'm going to slap here and stop that from happening, pinning the arm to the body and directing the elbow this way so that he can't withdraw the gun this way, right? Because the elbow needs to move to pull the gun. So I hold the elbow and I trap the hand. And I have to immediately walk away from the gun so that I can put my chest on him and pin the arm in place. Pin the arm in place. Once I do, the movements are the same as the gun defense from the side waistband, where I use the crook of my elbow here to pin the arm to my body, right, to pin the bicep to my body, and then I hold the wrist securely. Now I can start to use my own hand to withdraw the gun from its position, and as I see the gun come free, I transfer my grip from the hand to the barrel. And then as I start to bend the gun to take it away and point it towards him, I can overlap the knuckles and keep the grip very firm. Once I feel that the grip is firm and he can't extend or move the wrist because I have the elbow pinched against my body with my own arm, and because I'm clamping down across the knuckles so he can't unfurl, I can start to take the gun down and back, rip it free, and regain the grip. So the point of this is that the weapon is isolated at all times. It doesn't come free until I, myself, remove it. And in doing so, I use the weapon as a leverage piece to control his arm because he stays attached to the gun. Right? He stays attached to the gun. This is natural for him to stay attached to the gun because the gun is the only thing he has available to use. The big tip that HELIO makes is to not step at the same time as I do this. Right? So I want to be close enough that I can easily reach and just take both arms and stick the gun and his hand to his body. One. Okay, pin the gun in place and use the hand on the elbow so he can't pull. And direct it this way. And as soon as this happens, I need to walk out of the line of fire and use my chest to pin the arm. Now, even if I don't use my hands, there's a little bit of a problem here for him to lift. It's awkward. But because I have the hand, and because I have the support here, it makes it even more difficult for him to withdraw. That's why I can start to thread inside and use my arm to pin his arm in the crook of my elbow while I hold the wrist. And now I can take the gun out, and as soon as it comes clear, grab it by the barrel and start to point it towards him and then roll it down. At this point, I can transfer the grip to this, right? This grip goes from the wrist over his knuckles to hold the wrist in place. And because this is tight, locked in, he can't straighten the arm to extract the wrist. Now I have the gun clear, and I'm safe. One more time. Block, pin with the chest, trap the elbow and hold the wrist, withdraw the gun, shift to the barrel, towards him and down as I clamp over the wrist.